Hello, and welcome to the installation video of native delegation with MEV Plus. So, just going to show you a validator that's active on the beacon chain on Ethereum mainnet. We recommend installing this for Gorilla only at this point, but we are going to firstly make sure that Golang is installed. So, MEV Plus and native delegation are implemented in Golang, and we hope there'll be more implementations in the future. But at the moment, uh, it has a Golang implementation, so we need to install Golang on the target machine. So on this Unix-based machine, we used curl to remotely fetch the tar file, and now we're going to untar, but initially it throws an error here. So this is just a case of untarring to the using sudo permissions. So now that that's been opened, just following the instructions here, as if somebody's just never installed Golang on the machine before. So you will have to make sure that the that Go is exported in the path. Otherwise, just like that, you will see that Go can't be found. So we're just going to quickly hop into Vim here, edit the profile to export the Go binary in the path. So we'll just insert the export command here, write that file back, and then we will source it to read the latest profile. So just checking that it's been written. And now we see Go is reporting a version because it is able to find the Go binary. So that's good. That means Go is installed, so we can continue on. We have a node already running on this machine, and in this case, the user was already added outside of this video, so we can skip that step. We need to clone MEV Plus into the node, enter the directory to build the MEV Plus Go binary. So Go is running away, building the binary for the target machine here. It doesn't really take too long, and you will have an output installed into the folder. So that's the MEV Plus built and compiled with Golang. So now what we need to do is copy MEV Plus binary into the local bin, and that will make it usable globally. So we can check that things are up and running using the wrong command. Okay, so now we can see that MEV Plus is up and running. The help command returned information about MEV Plus and the K2 module, which is plugged in. Anyone can build modules for MEV Plus and extend it. So K2 module comes out of the box for doing pre-registration on mainnet. So logging into the PON registry, and then it will do native delegation to the K2 protocol. So what we're doing here is going to create a service file for MEV Plus, so that MEV Plus can be spun up when the system reboots. It will be done under the MEV Plus user that was created. If you follow the tutorial and created the MEV Plus user, so there are two default flags: Builder API. So that is the API exposed on the beacon node, and of your Ethereum beacon node client. So we need to, based on the settings of your builder listen address, builder API listen address, you will input the host and the port. In our case, what we have done is we have configured our Lighthouse beacon node software to point to port 18551. And this additional flag that's being set, so in this case, this node is running MEV boost. So MEV boost by default is 18550 running on that port. So plus and MEV boost sit side by side. MEV plus just wants to listen into events that are taking place on the beacon node. So it is hooking into that really, but nothing needs to change on the boost side. Boost just continues to do PBS operations, and we're doing native delegation here on the plus side. So you can see in the tutorial, depending on your choice of consensus implementation, you're going to have different flags set. Now, just forgive this part of the video. The wrong service file was open here. So for the Validator client obviously doesn't have anything to do with setting the listen address for the external builder and exposing the builder API. So, but this is using the Lighthouse implementation for the consensus layer. So all pretty straightforward here. So what we need to do is exit out of this service file. And we need to enter the source file for the Lighthouse beacon node software. So that is Lighthouse BN instead of VC. So if you are stuck and unsure of what you need to do, for your specific client implementation, we have linked documentation for the most popular clients out there. If there is a client not mentioned in the documentation, do let us know and we can update that, and that isn't a problem. So, you can see here Lighthouse BN, you expose the builder on, some kind of address and port, but not on the Validator client. So, okay, so we exit that. So let's go into the service file of the beacon node software. Get the right command for that. Right. Okay, this is the one. So so originally because MEV Plus is running on port 1855.1, so we need to update that, the builder API to point to that, and then Plus will route any other requests that are needed by Boost directly to Boost. So that can continue to do its operations. So you can see here, Builder API is matching the beacon node, and the external validator proxy is matching MEV Boost. So now they can sit side by side, and they operate very happily. Right, so if we continue along with the tutorial, so we've set these two flags now. We can skip past this point. So the beacon node and Boost is configured correctly. And we did that for the Lighthouse client. So, right, let's configure native delegation. So native delegation requires configuring some additional flags in Plus. So Plus by default, doesn't have any kind of, doesn't enforce any module running by default. You activate the modules that you need by setting their flags. So in this case, we want to activate the K2 module to do our proposer registry registrations for the single sign-on, and we want to activate native delegation. So in this video, none of these flags are being set, just so that we don't expose any private keys. But you just inject your 0x private key. That is going to have that will represent your validators on the Ethereum execution layer, and so that you need to keep that account safe, so that it can continue to manage and represent the validators on the, with the different applications that are built on top of the PON registry, as well as a native delegation. So what we're simply doing here is we are enabling Plus to start on boot up, and we are starting the MEV Plus service. So you can see Plus has started. Now Plus has thrown an error that's saying that the private key that was provided in the service file is invalid, which is correct, because when we set up the file, well, we didn't actually inject a key, nor did we inject the execution layer RPC host and port. And we also need to do the same for the consensus layer. So native delegation hooks into that, really. So that covers the tutorial here. It's pretty straightforward. There's not really a lot to do, and it's pretty fast. So any issues, let us know. Thanks.